Hey guys, Alex here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a really fun haul and video for you guys today. I wanted to film this before I broke into a bunch of things that I purchased that I'm going to be using for February onwards. So I just wanted to take advantage of this and do my theme reveal, flip through, share everything. Let's get right into it, you guys. You haven't guessed, March is going to be a Peter Rabbit, Beatrix Potter theme. Peter Rabbit is very near and dear to my heart, and I thought it went really well with Easter coming up in April. And you guys know I like to get all of anything that's even remotely holiday themed out the month before, because I would hate for you guys to receive it after the holiday. Okay, let's get into it. So for Peter Rabbit, I am thinking of putting together a ton of her stories. I have these beautiful children's books, and her artwork is just gorgeous. I'll do kind of a flip through for those of you who aren't familiar with it. I am going to go ahead and include all of her stories that I have here, just because I think the artwork is very cohesive. I love the little mice in her stories, and I think it's gonna be darling. Please excuse the lighting. I'm filming this quite late at night and just doing my best so that I can break into these goodies. Ton of rabbits. Two red mice. I really like this book specifically because it's got like just normal pages with a lot of pictures. I think it's gonna be really cute for, this is my favorite mouse before I keep going. He's being a little naughty. I think this paper is gonna be really good for journal tags and pockets and stuff. Just darling. Little hedgehogs. Little toad. I just love these. So that's Peter Rabbit Giant Treasury by Beatrix Potter. I've got the Further Adventures. Look at that little front page. That's gonna be so darling in a journal. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking for my journal covers in just a second. This one's very similar to the last book. Just a collection of Beatrix Potter stories. I'm gonna finish this flip through, and then before I forget, I want to show you guys my Beatrix Potter playing cards that would be in this collection. Just darling. Look at these guys. And we've got another one, but that one is stained because this, as usual, is a secondhand book. Oh, let me fix you guys. Let me grab my playing cards. All right. So I have had these playing cards for a while, and I've included them in a different collection of mine. I think it was in my paper aviary collection that I made with Jessica from Paper Terrace, but these are so darling that I don't think you guys will mind, even if you already have them. We have a little mouse, and then we've got Peter Rabbit. I love these. I also have some vintage Easter stickers. Here, I'll show you guys. That I've used in the past again. But I don't think you guys will mind. It looks like these aren't sticking quite as well as they used to. Those seem fine. Maybe it was just the outer layer. Those are very cute. Easter. I also think I have some Easter postcards. I am waiting for some Peter Rabbit postcards. I got a pack of like 100. I think they're all Peter Rabbit, not Beatrix Potter. But those I'm very excited for. I wonder why they're losing their adhesive. I did have these on a shelf that's like right in front of the window, and I wonder if that is affecting the adhesive or if these stickers just lose it over time. I've had them for years and years and years. Okay, let's hurry up and get through this so that you guys aren't watching a 30-minute video. Let me get into what I'm thinking for the journal covers. So I got this gorgeous tissue paper. It's massive. It's folded in half and it doesn't even fit in the camera screen field. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing is decoupaging onto some Peter Rabbit pages. I think specifically some text pages. I'll have to look through here and see, because these pages are darling and I would want to maybe like cut this out and then put it on top of the paper. But my idea was that if I use the text pages, you'll be able, let me show you, you'll be able to see the text through and then see the pattern. I think that's gorgeous. What if we did, okay, I don't hate that either. Kind of lining up the picture. I don't know if you guys can see it. It would be a lot clearer, I think, once it's glued down, kind of with like a Mod Podge. So I'm thinking of cutting out my covers and then decoupaging this tissue paper over. It is quite strong. It's not like a napkin, it's full tissue paper. And I thought that would just be super cute. I have 2 books that would work for that. These are like sturdier, shiny papers. This one's not quite as shiny, but it's still that type of paper. So we'll see. Oh, these pictures are so cute. I might want to include those on the front. But I really like how the text under the decoupaging would look. And then final book to flip through, it's gonna be this one. It's similar to the Treasury books, but it's got shiny paper. Usually I'm not a big fan of shiny paper, but I think this will do just fine for a folio with pockets for the month of March. I think I've only got one more Peter Rabbit item, and then everything else is going to be just general basics. I did get these stamps. They're rabbits, and I really like how detailed they are. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be awesome. Future me bedding in, I have some more things to share with you guys, and I'm not sure what the last thing I said was because I filmed the rest of this video about a week ago. So I'm just gonna get into it. I have since received my Peter Rabbit postcards, so I wanted to do a flip through because these are amazing. I would say that they're more Beatrix Potter than Peter Rabbit. I guess it says the world of Peter Rabbit. Maybe I can agree with that, but it's got the, how do I want to do this? I guess title pages for various stories by Beatrix Potter. I'll probably pull out just the Peter Rabbit or rabbit inspired postcards for this month and save the rest for other months. The artwork is gorgeous. I'm just trying to get through these quickly because there's 100. Looks like maybe some sketches or drafts of her book. That's a cute one. Oh, that one matches the playing card that I'm using this month. One of them. Cute. They appear to be in order of the stories, which is very cute. I think these would be really cute as journal covers, or even little mini journals. So you guys will have to share pictures if you use them for something like that. My little favorite mouse. Got the hedgehog, frog, this guy. Little baby rabbit. These are all so gorgeous. I really am in love with Beatrix Potter's artwork, illustration style. Oh, look at that shoe. It's gorgeous. We got some guinea pigs. Tail of Peter Rabbit. I think maybe different front covers. We got Benjamin Bunny. The Peter Rabbit books by Beatrix Potter. Beatrix Potter herself. Fruit. Alright, that was a very quick flip through, but let's keep on trucking on because I have a ton of stuff to show you guys. So I did go to the craft box. It's a secondhand craft store that's maybe about 30 minutes away from me. I like to buy my trims there because they have really great prices on trims. I think some are definitely vintage, or this time I found this beautiful vintage fabric. It is a little bit damaged. It has some runs throughout, but I really love it. So I bought what they had left. We've got this little rabbit with the strawberries. Even though I already have the tissue paper that I'm using for my journal covers this month, I thought this would be a really fun fabric to include in my tortoise tier boxes. I always include some fabrics, so I should have enough to do maybe like 12 by 9 or 12 by 10 pieces for everyone. And then you guys can use them to make your own vintage Easter journal or vintage rabbit. It doesn't have to be Easter themed, but I really love this fabric and I hope you guys love it too. I also at the craft box bought tons and tons of lace trims rickrack that I wanted to show you guys. I bought this. I did already break into it. We've got 6 to 10 yards for $1.49. This I specifically bought because I thought it might work well with Edith Holden. I'm not so sure anymore, but I will definitely get use out of it. And then they've got trims by the yard. I always buy the ones that are less than $1 each, per yard, I mean. So I tried to get 10 yards of each, but for a lot of them they had less than 10 yards, so I just got what they had. I got this eyelet trim. No, this isn't the eyelet trim. I got this really pretty trim. I got this I got some gold and silver rickrack, so I thought this would look really good on my covers. When I have a statement piece on the middle, this would be a really good frame around pictures and stuff. We have this little wavy one, this gold one. We got this trim, tons and tons. I got this one. I haven't had a chance to store these or kind of roll them up yet. I'll probably roll them up and then just put them in my big bag of trims. I've got a big ball of this one. I think a lot of these are vintage, or vintage inspired at least. I got this wavy trim. I think this will look great on covers. Unfortunately, I don't, for most of them, they didn't have enough for like all of my journals to be the same, but I do like using different ones, so I think it'll be okay. I like that this one's hearts. This one was 9 cents a yard, so I took, I think, the last 15 yards that they had for like $1.50. And then I've got a ton of these little trims. It's kind of like the wavy rickrack, but it's got, I don't know if you can tell, I don't want to unroll it, little like petal thing looking ones that I think would be really cute for Edith Holden. Got it in blue, got it in this one, the center green, and then it's got the little leaves, petals. I think that'll be really good for Edith Holden, if you guys can even see that. I got this one that looks like little rosettes on a wavy center, and these were 29 cents, 49 cents, 69. I got this one This one's really cool. I guess I can unravel it. It's like a little, you can't quite tell that these are little petals. They're not colors, they're actual like individual leaves. That one was 49 cents. I got this one for 69. Got a couple of these, 49 cents, 49, and then this one. I think these will all be good for journal covers. Also got this lace 4 yards for 79 cents. It is little heart lace. Can I show you guys? There we go. Maybe for Valentine's Day next year. More of the wavy rickrack. Has a little dog applique, and it was $1.19. I like getting these types of things from them because even though you can get better prices on like Amazon and eBay, they are small local business and they really take a lot of care in how they package their things. Like for example, we have 4 yards of this crochet looking lace for $2 and 25 cents for a yard of this one. Even though you can get better prices, I think it's really worth supporting them. They get a lot of their art supplies, I think, donated. And it's just an overall really fun place to go. 5 yards for $1. That. I got a ton of rickrack, as you guys will see. I've never used it in my journals, but Thrifty Day does, and I'm really inspired by her. Got more heart trim. Can you see how pretty that is? 2 yards for 58 cents. More rickrack. I got some more lace. More. I think this one is going to go straight onto my Edith Holden journals as the spine. I got it because it's nice and thick. It's about this thick, and I like that there's enough room for it to wrap around the spine and be seen from the front. I might use this one too. This one's about that thick. I've got a yard of this. And then I got this rickrack. It was 10 cents a yard, and I got 20 yards of it. So this one I would have enough to use it for an entire month worth of journals and make them all uniform. Oh, I did also get a vintage sewing machine. It's a Rycar 1570. I don't know. It's over sitting next to me. It was only $29.99, and the ladies at the store were nice enough to test it for me. We tested all the stitches. It was working great. And if you guys don't know, my main sewing machine has been out of commission for about 2 months now, so I've been using my embroidery machine to sew on covers, and I'm excited to finally have another sewing machine to use. I'll be using my vintage one for this month as long as everything goes well. I don't see why it wouldn't. It was working great. It's all metal, so it's much more heavy duty than my old machine. and it appears to be in great condition. This little thrift store has a sewing machine like repairman who is in their building, and he is separate from them, but he is able to look at their sewing machines, and they teach classes. It's just an overall really fun place to be. Let me double check to see if there's anything else I wanted to show you guys before I log off. There was one more book that I got secondhand. Let me pull it out. I think the recording might have paused, but I was saying that there's one more thing to show you guys. I did get this music book. It is a vintage collection of new music for the piano, and I don't know if you can see, it is copyrighted in 1878. And I have this entire big book of music paper. The pages are somewhat brittle. They're not bad. You can fold them and they don't crack. But I think its best use is going to be in little collages. As you can tell, it is absolutely falling apart. Very cool. I might need a little bit of time before I can cut into this one, but I thought that was a great find as well. Alright guys, I will let you guys get back to past me and the rest of this haul. Alright, next I'm gonna show you guys some things that I bought for my Edith Holden theme. Specifically, I got these real pressed flowers in a big pack. I don't remember if I said, but all of the Peter Rabbit books are secondhand from the thrift store or websites similar to like Thrift Books, World of Books, eBay. And then everything else I think is going to be Amazon. I love these for like pressed flower tags and journaling cards. That's what I'm gonna do in February. I'll also send all the extras to my Tortoise Club members as usual. And then I did get this pack of postcards. I will probably use them in upcoming months too, since there's so many, but I really wanted this specific listing because you get 100 different ones. I'm trying to flip through quickly so you guys get the idea. I think these that one, some of these really remind me of Edith Holden. That one's gorgeous. I really like this one. That sunflower. That's very Edith Holden in my opinion. I really like this pack, and I think they're sticking, so I'm missing some. That one, that raspberry one, is super cute. These shadows are driving me crazy, but that's what happens when the sun goes down at like 6 p.m. 5 p.m. and you still need to film. I'll probably separate these. Oh, maybe there are duplicates. Maybe it's 50? Yeah. Oh, Jasmine. Yes. So it looks like there's 50 designs. 2 of each. As I was saying before my brain interrupted my mouth, I will probably separate these into like fruits and flowers and then use them for 2 different themes. Let's see, 100 postcards from the archive. Oh yeah, there you go. So 50 portraits repeated twice. I love these. And then I've run out of a lot of my papers that go in my journals. Mainly, you guys saw I dyed a bunch of pages, so I wanted to show you some of those. I did the batch on video with you guys, which is this one. Bunch of different stencils. I just wanted to show you some of my favorites and then show you guys that they don't all come out super well. Sometimes it's like a very faint imprint. You can see it better in person than on camera, but still very faint. And then sometimes it is very, very clear, like this one. And then, so I did this on a live with you guys. It's up on my channel. And then I did a second batch. These, you can't even see the tone of. These are like a pinkish color. If you've ever done avocado pit dyeing, the color is kind of a lighter version of that. But I did it using coffee and my food dye. It looks very light on camera. I promise you, it is not that light in person. So I have probably about 500 sheets of coffee dyed paper, and then I got a bunch of other papers for my journals. This one I don't think I'll use as is. It's just some lined paper that you would fold in half and the lines would be correct in a journal. I'll probably save these to coffee dye the next time I do a batch. And then I got a bunch of this like notebook filler paper in different colors. These all came in one pack. I don't think my camera is being super accurate to real life. I really like this color for Edith Holden. There's this yellow one that I think would go very well. This brown one would go very well. Got a peach one. And this brown one. I think these are gonna be amazing in my journals. It's a pack of 600, so 50 of each color. And those are just like notebook binder filler paper. And then I got this newsprint in a handwriting paper design. Again, I got 500 of them. I thought that would be good. Normally I buy the like 50 sheets from Dollar Tree, but I got these for a fairly good price. Not Dollar Tree good price, but good price nonetheless. And then I got some colored paper. I really liked this one. I was hoping they would be more pastel, but I still think they'll be great for my journals. And then I got index cards in these really cool colors. I specifically liked these 3, and I wanted more bases for my monthly challenge. For those of you who don't know, I every single month include a base like an index card, guest check, journaling card, tag, etc., with about 10 pieces you can use to decorate it. Then you guys can post a picture in my chat. I think it's a members only chat, for a chance to win an extra journaling prize that month. And I was just running low on bases. I really liked those. And then the final thing I've got is going to be these tags with gold foil on them. I really wanted a different kind of tag to my manila tags, and I thought these would be gorgeous in Edith Holden. The gold really goes well with her yellowed pages. All right. Oh, and one last thing. I did buy another paper punch. I love paper punches, and I thought this little stamp one would be really good for cutting stamps out of my scraps. I had pre-cut some from my Edith Holden scraps, but I don't see them right now. Let me just grab another scrap paper and kind of show you guys how it looks. So you can turn any little scrap into a cute stamp, and I thought that would be a great way to use up my packaging scraps too. I buy a lot of things that come in very pretty packaging, and I never use the packaging because I can't really find a good use for it, but these are super cute. That one, both sides are cute. That little flower, so I thought I would use this to cut little stamps out of my scrap papers and include them in my packs. I think that's everything, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.